Hello everyone and welcome here to the update video, the info video for the Energizer NROL Cup Series Season 2. I'm going to be going over everything you need to know before sign-ups start. And So I'll be going over how the point system will work in Season 2, the schedule for Season 2, and who gets reserves, and then when sign-ups are. Okay. To start off, how points work. How points are going to work in Season 2. So, it's going to be basically the same as last season, except for a couple changes. It is still first place gets 40 points, then second place gets 39, third gets 38, and goes all the way down. People below 40th, 41st, 42nd, they don't get any points. But that's how that works still. But here's the changes. You will no longer get any laps. You will no longer get any points when you lead laps. There's a reason for that. I'll go over that later. But if you lead the most laps, you will get you'll get 1 playoff point. Yes, I'm gonna start using playoff points. There won't be stages, but top 5. If you finish top 5, you will get playoff points. If you finish first, you get 5 playoff points. If you finish second, you get 4. If you finish third, you get 3. If you finish fourth, you get 2 playoff points. And if you get fifth, you get 1 playoff point. So the most amount of playoff points you can get in one race are 6. So yeah, playoff points. How playoff points are going to work is that when the playoffs start, or the chase starts, whatever you want to call it, you no longer will get no longer will the points entirely be reset. Those playoff points that you have will go into up your number or whatever. You know what I mean. So say you got like 14 playoff points coming into the playoffs, then you will have 14 points to start off the playoffs, and that will be reset every round. You can win playoff points in the rounds. That will not help you out in the current round, but will help you out next round as your total goes up. Despite this, though, still Homestead will be a winner-takes-all event. Playoff points will not affect that. So now you gotta be extra consistent. Gotta finish in the top 5s and stuff. So yeah, the most amount of playoff points you get in one race is 6. And if you end the season off as the points leader, you will get 15 points for the first round only. It won't be playoff points for the rest of the season. It won't be playoff points for the rest of the playoffs. It will only be in the first round. Still, that's it just helps you on the first round. And also, one last thing I want to say is there will be a race, the All-Star race, which isn't really the All-Star race anymore. I'll get to that in a bit as well. If you win that, it's not a points race, but if you win it, you get 10 playoff points. So, yeah, there's a reward for winning the All-Star race. So, that's how points work. Hopefully that was easy to understand. So, playoff points, they're a thing. And, yeah. So, the schedule. Yeah, let's go through the schedule now. So we start off at Daytona. There's one thing I want to talk about. I've made the number at the end of the races actually say how many laps the races actually are. So like 20% races, 40 laps around Daytona. That's 100 miles. So yeah, that's so it's a bit more realistic, I guess. So yeah. So to start off, this season, of course, it's the Daytona 100 at Daytona, and it's Menards 80 at Michigan, KFC 90 at Kentucky, Home Depot 100 at Atlanta, Valvoline 100 Trenton, Zenjoltis 150 kilometers. This is in kilometers. It's 93 miles, but I decided to put that as kilometers. Zenjoltis is at the start of the season now, and has a second race. Auto Club 80 at Auto Club, and a new track. Ignore the fact that there's Indy cars there. Chicago, old track. We got the Walgreens 80 at it. It's a short track, 1 mile. And you got the Geico Car Insurance 101 at Talladega. And another new track, Nazareth. Also a short track. I believe it's the shortest track we go to. I think. Should be. And Nazareth. Another old track. You can go to Rockingham for the Rockingham 70. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar 120, the longest race of the season. Excuse me, in terms of miles. And yeah, Charlotte. After this will be what replaced the All-Star race. Originally it was the All-Star race, but now we're going to have the Eldora Mud Bash at Eldora with heat races, last chance qualifier probably. And yeah, so we're gonna have something like a truck race, and it's not a point race, but if you win the race, you get 10 playoff points. That is 2 wins. So here's another track right after that. Sawmill, for the Sawmill, the Mountain Dew 66, new road course. After that, the Lucas Oil 100, Indianapolis, has the National Guard 80 at Road America. The Pepsi 102 at Pensacola, another new track, Pensacola Super Speedway, 3 miles. It's kind of like M&M's, I think. It's pretty wide. Pepsi 102 there. The Old Spice 75 at Old Spice. Bass Pro Shops 101 at Ricky. Trenton 100 at Trenton. Return to Trenton. We're in Rockingham. Subway 90 at Rockingham. Cobalt 81 at Las Vegas. Another new track, Chicagoland. Caterpillar 100 at Chicagoland. So we go to 2 tracks in Chicago. This one's near the end of the regular season. Got the U.S. Army 103 at Zenjoltis. Snickers 100 at Kentucky. We're reaching the end of the season here. Cheez-It 90 at Michigan. And the last chance to make the playoffs is at Talladega. Yeah. Also, I just realized I forgot to mention, it's still, if you win, you're locked in. It's still like that. So yeah, if you win a race, you're automatically locked in the chase unless there's more than 16 different winners. Then that gets a little interesting. But last season we had like 13 different winners, I think. But yeah. Still, if you get a win, you're locked in still. But yeah, the last chance to make the playoffs at Geico, the Skills 101. This used to be the last chance. This used to be the last race of the round of 8. I moved it all the way down. And we got in the first round of the chase of the playoffs. The Speed Stick 90 at Auto Club. The Amazon 90 at Nazareth. And the Vegas 90 at Las Vegas, of course. It's a round of 16 here. The round of 12, the Ricky 101 at Ricky Raceway. The Nationwide 86 at Sawmill becomes the road course of the chase. And the Sunoco 85 at Daytona. That ends the round of 12. The round of 8. Last round before Homestead, the Crown Royal 80 at Indianapolis, the Fresh from Florida 111, the second longest race of the season at Pensacola. And end off the round of 8, the Ford Fusion 81 at Homestead. Homestead is no longer the finale, but instead is moved over to the penultimate race, and the finale becomes the Hendrick Chevrolet 100 at Atlanta. And that's your schedule for Season 2. Now, time to get to the moment you've all been waiting for. Reserves and sign-up times. Okay. So, people who will get reserves are all the team owners of the teams that made it into the Final Four all get reserves. So that's Caleb Campbell. He gets a team reserve. Eric Powers, he gets a team reserve. And Quentin Moore, he also gets a team reserve. And every driver on those teams also get reserves. So Caleb Campbell, Eric Monaco, Jake Hoover all get driver reserves. Jay Jefferson, Eric Powers, Luke Rainey, Alexander Rowe, Gino Ramos all get driver reserves, of course. And Quentin Moore, he also gets a driver reserve. So yeah, that's everyone gets reserves now. Times. Okay, first hold on, let me check something. Okay, first the reserve video, the place where you want to put your reserve stuff, whatever. It's going to go up in 3 days on October 13th. That's going to be when the reserve video is going to go up. And then you got a week until team signups, October 20th, 8:30 p.m. EST, I believe. That's probably when it's going to go up. So yeah, team signups, 8:30 p.m. EST. Reserves are going to be open for a week until team signups start. So that's 13th for reserves. October 20th, team signups, 8:30 p.m. EST. And after that, driver signups will be a day after team signups end. I don't know when team signups are going to end, but I'll announce when driver signups are. It's going to be a day after team signups end. So that is that. So hopefully you understood everything. And yeah, there's going to be the sign up information and other stuff in the description. Yeah. So, Season 2 is happening. It's coming up. So, yeah. I'll see you in 3 days. See ya.